A lot of students are facing problem as to how to figure out the timing, the time management process while giving NLSAT examination. So in this video, I'm going to tell you that how are you supposed to manage your time while writing the NLSAT examination. Hi guys, I'm Ayushi, your mentor for law entrance exams, and welcome to Law Digest. I've noted down certain points and I'd like to share them with you. I was devising a strategy that how can you divide your time in part A, part B, part of the section of the paper for NLSAT. Now we see that in total we have 150 minutes that will be given to us. NLSAT, the college is not exactly given a broad criteria as to how many minutes will be given for part A, for part B. They've given the timing as being collective together. So let us assume that it is going to be 150 minutes for both the sections that you will get. So there's no sectional timing as such. Now, how can you create that for yourself? When we look at part A, there are about 75 questions in part A. Now, for those 75 questions, you have to read passages as well. So, as per my calculation, if we, give 1 minute per question, that is just 75 minutes. And further, we keep extra 15 minutes for your reading of all these passages. Now you have to manage that time with reading passages as well as answering the questions. So 90 minutes आप part A को दे सकते हैं. You can give 90 minutes to part A. For part B, क्योंकि वहाँ पे detailed answers लिखने हैं, they have to give your answers in detail. It is a subjective part of the paper. Then for that part, I would say that you can keep 60 minutes because on an average, the writing speed of a person is 40 words per minute. Now for those 40 words, if you have to write 150 words for the 10 questions on your legal case study problem, further followed by essay. So on total, what you can presume is that you can give 60 minutes to part B of the paper, and this includes your thinking process also, because in essay you will have to before writing you will have to create a mental note of things that what all you want to write, or on a rough paper you need to note down, you need to structure your essay well. So that is about the timing. Now let us see that how can we give answers to those part A questions in 90 minutes and part B questions in 60 minutes. Firstly, when you're reading the passages, avoid looking at the questions because what generally happens is that people get confused. Mental आपका ऐसा makeup हो जाता है that okay, I read this particular part in the question, so I'm going to figure out that where in the passage those keywords are used. So that mental makeup does trouble you. So now this is for majority of people, I'm saying. There may be people who can read questions first and then read the passage. It's up to you, but then for people I would say that वो थोड़ा confuse करता है. What you can do is, if you want to read questions first, English questions will be, if there are questions on vocabulary, not from the passage. Some word has been picked up from the passage, but then you're asked synonym of that. You can answer that immediately. You don't need to read the passage for that, right? Unless there is a derivation from the passage, because sometimes if you don't know the answer to the synonym, you can refer to the passage and get the inference from the passage as to the meaning. Okay, then moving forward, current affairs questions can be asked on prior knowledge. You do not need to read the passage for that. Legal current affair question, it is not required that you need to read the whole passage for that. So ye wale questions, these questions you can still answer, but the problem comes with critical reasoning questions. Now for critical reasoning questions, you have to be aware of the passage. For that, I would say what you do is, when you read the passage first, side may if you're reading the passage, just keep a paper on the side and keep noting down what does paragraph 1, paragraph 2 essentially speak about, so that you have an idea that if you're looking for an answer, then which passage do you need to refer to. एक साइड में आप नोट बना लेंगे उसका छोटा सा कि कहाँ पे क्या पैसेज में क्या कीवर्ड्स अपीयर हो रहे हैं. So for every paragraph you will create that note on the side. Now, apart from making that note, now that does not have to be a detailed note. दो तीन वर्ड्स को यूज करके ही, just use 2 3 words and write those 2 3 keywords. Do not expand them into a single sentences. Do not create sentences out of it. Just note down keywords. Then, apart from making these notes, what I would want you to do is that when you're reading the passage, read it with your rapt attention. Do not get distracted by things around, because normally it happens when we go to an examination, we do get distracted by happenings around. Do not get distracted, because passage based questions may this issue does arise, that if you get distracted, then you have to read it from the beginning again. So read your passages with a lot of focus. Then let me see what else have I noted down here. Yeah, for legal, how can legal reasoning be, the speed can be enhanced? What I would say is practice a lot of principal fact based questions. They'll be available online. They're called legal reasoning questions. And there are a lot of such questions available online. Practice those, you'll get the hang of it. Check my video on legal reasoning, where I've clearly explained that how are these questions supposed to be handled. If you get the gist of that video, you get the hang of it, then nothing like it, it's going to help you a lot, I'm telling you. Further, I would say that do not leave any question unattempted, because they have negative marking for unattempted questions. However, if we apply our logic, there is negative marking for wrong answers also. Now, instead of leaving the question unattempted, we might as well attempt the question. And if even if it goes wrong, then getting a negative is better than not attempting at all, because in any case you're going to get negative. हो सकता है, it might happen that while attempting, maybe by using fluke also you might get the right answer. So do not leave any question unattempted. Now, speaking of part B में we are looking at case studies. Case studies में I have told time and again that do not apply any prior knowledge of law. Read the response guidelines given in the sample paper. They've clearly mentioned that they do not expect you to know the law. So if you're getting a case study wherein vicarious liability is being checked, or act of God का circumstance है in the question, such facts are there, do not use these terms. Do not use the terms like void, voidable, etc. Give your answer on the basis of the reasoning. Use the facts in the question, use the law in the question, and then give your answer. Apply your reasoning to those facts and law. Do not use any law that you know from beforehand. Essays में आप कैसे टाइम सेव करेंगे? हाउ कैन यू सेव टाइम? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, when you're preparing at present, get a lot of content on the important topics. I've already made videos on important topics. I've shared them with you. Those who are enrolled for the NLSAT module, you already have a lot of essays with you. So memorize that content. I'm sure the essays that I've given you, one essay minimum will land up from those essays, because they are very important topics when it comes to exams like these. Such questions are asked, right? So content अपना develop कर लीजिए. Develop your content on these things when you're writing in the examination. Before venturing to write down the essay and writing anything blatantly, make a note on the side. You have to create a note on the side that uh, the moment you'll read the topic, I'm telling you from normal human psychology point of view, when you'll read the topic, there will be a lot of things that will come to your mind. Immediately there will be points coming to your mind. Write down those points immediately on the side piece of paper. Structure your essay properly. I've already told you in my essay videos that how are you supposed to write an essay. Start with giving a proper introduction. Use the keywords in the essay to explain what those keywords actually mean, and then you get down to the body of the essay to explain what is the problem, and also in the end suggest a way forward, suggest a conclusion to come to. I think this is it. And just that I would say that while you're reading the questions, just create just have that mental mapping. When you are reading passages, have that mental mapping, have that photographic memory that ये part मैंने यहाँ पढ़ा था, so that you can reach to a particular keyword, even if you forget to write down separately, as I mentioned earlier. So that is very important. This is all I had to share with you. I hope that this was useful and it will help you manage your time in your examination. If you want to practice questions for NLSAT, you want to give mocks, then they're available on our website www.lorddigest.in. Link is given in the description of this video. Also, the NLSAT module is available if you want to have a look at that. And rest, if you have any further doubt or query, drop down the same in the comment box below. Subscribe to our channel so that you can get more such videos, more such guidance, and also keep following us on Instagram, where we keep posting interesting legal content which will help you in your examination to tackle your legal current affairs part.